Charles Barkley, who continues to hang out with our friend Rodney Pete up in Lake Tahoe at the American Century Championship. Rod, take it away.
Hey, Charles, let's talk a little bit NBA, man. NBA raised the minimum age to 19. Is that a good move?
No, they should have made it 20. I'm for an age limit to make it 20. They made it worse. So now kids are going to start going to more prep schools or going overseas. 20 is a perfect age. They go to college for 2 years, and we will get a better, just get a better look at them. 2 years of college would have been perfect.
All right. Let me ask you a question about the NBA right quick. Should the NBA, Charles, have a franchise in Las Vegas?
Of course they should, John.
Come on now, Charles.
John, it is absurd and stupid to think just because they don't have a team there, there's not going to be betting on basketball. Just like it's dumb and absurd to think if they put a team there, it's going to make it more of a problem gambling. People are going to bet on sports. Well, that's why football is the most popular sport. People are going to bet on sports, and I just think Las Vegas is a great city. It's a lot to do there for players. It's a lot to do there for fans. But to not put a team there thinking it's going to have an effect whether people bet on sports is crazy.
But, Charles, we saw CSI Las Vegas. Man, they got enough problems.
Well, you know, I'm not feeling the love. You know, CS Miami is probably my favorite show. No, CSI. I watch CSI Las Vegas and Miami, and that show's got me crazy because, you know, there have been a lot of times I want to kill some people.
Oh boy!
And every time I think about it, I would have made so many mistakes. I would have been caught so
like
damn
right now,
quick.
Charles.
I would have been, well, you know, unless you kill them in L.A. You can kill
Charles, stop. Charles, stop.
Hey, Charles, you know what? Speaking of Los Angeles.
Hey, let me say this.
Oh, man.
Hey, next time I get arrested, I want one of them California juries.
Hey, Charles, look, the jury's out on the move the Lakers just made, bringing Phil Jackson back into the fold. Of course, he blasted Kobe Bryant in his book. Do you believe him that things are all patched up? Because I imagine if somebody wrote that about Charles Barkley, you wouldn't welcome the coach back with open arms unless you wanted to strangle him.
In Vegas.
Well, you know what, man? Winning is going to be the best thing in the world. If the Lakers win, Phil and Kobe going to get along well. If they lose, they're not going to get along well. I like Phil Jackson. I like Kobe Bryant. Hey, man, a lot of people say things about people when they're trying to sell books. I mean, that's just how it is. I think Kobe has matured. But I think Phil Jackson, I don't think you should ever write a book and talk bad about your teammates or your players. That's just bad business.
All right, let's focus on another guy that has won several rings as a head coach, Pat Riley. Apparently, it sounds like he wants to get back into the game, and he might be pushing his current coach down there in Miami, Stan Van Gundy, out of the way. Is Riley stabbing Van Gundy in the back by saying he wants to take a more active role?
Well, I'm not sure if you just use the term stabbing it in the back. Hey, man, it would be a really awkward situation. Stan Van Gundy has actually been a coach for 2 years and has had 2 fantastic seasons. But hey, nothing. Think about it. In Chicago, they had Phil Jackson. They ran him out of town. They ran Michael Jordan out of town and Scottie Pippen. Hey, don't nothing surprise me in sports. Nothing. I just think it would. Hey, man, nothing surprises me.
All right, Charles, before we get out of here, we want to pick your brain. We're going to fire off as many questions as possible in the next 60 seconds. It is the lightning round with Charles Barkley up in beautiful Lake Tahoe. First of all, Charles, does it upset you that Jed Bushler has a championship ring and you do not?
Oh, my God.
Not at all. It doesn't upset me. Anybody who thinks Jed Bushler is a better player than me because he's got a ring, and I like Judge Bushler, there's not a knock on him. But anybody who thinks he's a better player than me because he's got a ring, they're just a fool.
Okay, here we go. If the dream team were the Jackson family, who would Christian Laettner be? Right, the answer's LaToya. Okay, would you rather watch 24 hours straight of WNBA action or take a 5-iron to the groin?
WNBA.
You used to be known as the round mound of rebound. How round are you these days?
Well, I'm a couple of donuts from being a complete circle.
Sorry, we got to call it quits on that one. That was too good. Hey, Charles, as always, my friend, we love having you on the show. Thanks so much for your open and honest opinions. Hit them straight this weekend, all right?
Thank you.
Rodney, you hold tight because we'll see you in a little bit.
Right on.
Sal.
He's the best.
He's the best.
He's the best there is, the best there ever will be. It's Charles Barkley.